just the most gorgeous afternoon here in Croke Park. The temperature down at pitch level is high. A place in the semi-final is the prize. Adam English of Limerick. So there's a huge amount of space and nobody in a green Limerick jersey there. And this is from Conor Burke way out the field, and it's just shooting practice for him. But the ball was tucked out of the Limerick defence and Burke was all on his own, and this is the end result. Brilliant from Barry Nash, from South Liberties, Cian Lynch. So McHugh is marking him from behind. Lynch getting out in front. Aaron Gallan, what a catch from Gallan, and he's been fouled several times. Gallan wants to keep going, does go, gets the point. Brilliant. Several wonderful bits of skill here. Conor McHugh, he is an option for those shorter puck-outs. Brian Hayes from Kilmacud Crokes. Ronan is on the bench. Ronan is full forward, actually, and now it's come out to Sean Curry, and Curry scores. But Brian Hayes, great energy, he's very quick and direct. That puck-out easily found Garrod Hegarty, and Hegarty's gone down, and Chris Crummy is pleading his innocence.
Is it a head injury? See him coming in here, the elbow's out from Chris Crummy, all right. See coming out there.
Chris Crummy is deep in conversation, and it's a straight red card for Chris Crummy. And Brendan, I think when you saw that replay, that was your feeling that that was coming.
Yeah, just looking from the ref's point of view down there, he could see the elbow clearly coming out. Now, we'll all say Chris Crummy's not a dirty player, we'll go through all that, and that's fine. But in that one moment in time, the referee saw an extension of the elbow out, which was enough, and made contact to the side of Garrod Hegarty's head. And that's why I suppose that Liam Gordon has made that decision.
Cian O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan's shot on the way. That looks very good. And that's the point of the match so far from Cian O'Sullivan. Brilliant strike. And they lead by 9 points to 8. Again, the angled ball across the field. What a catch that is by David Reedy. And off they go. Hegarty available to his left. Garrod Hegarty turns back around. And he's drawn that in beautifully, and that is just a brilliant score from start to finish. The way they defended, worked the ball up the field, you know the rest. And out come Dublin with Conor Burke, Paddy Doyle. You wouldn't think they're playing with a man less, Dublin, but there was an issue there because Cian O'Sullivan was the furthest forward, and there were 3 Limerick players around 1 Dublin man. Great catch from Paddy Doyle. Some of these players playing some of their best games in a Dublin shirt, and there is Ronan Hayes, and that's absolutely superb. He's a guy with the eye for goal. The Chris Crummy red card really threw the cat amongst the pigeons. There's another Dublin back out in front of a Limerick forward. Sean Curry, he's got pace. He had Barry Nash in front of him. The little break's going their way. Conor Burke just swats Adam English out of the way. He's been superb as well. Brilliant stuff.
You can see it there, an unbelievable strike, real confidence.
Limerick haven't scored in 8 minutes. Dublin are a man down and 4 points up against Limerick. 2 minutes to go. Catch from Conor McHugh. Tom Morrissey, his marker. And McHugh, well, with a football, he knows what to do in advanced positions. And that one has gone over the bar as well, just about. They now lead by 5.
Yeah, 3 shades. Look at the bottom right of your screen, number 3 there. That's Dan Morrissey. He's the spare man. He's sitting on his own 21.
Here's Dan Morrissey with a big clearance forward. Limerick haven't scored since the 24th minute, and Dublin continuing to work ridiculously hard. This is Tom Morrissey, the shot on its way, and Morrissey brings an end to that barren spell. Now Kyle Hayes on his bike. That's outstanding from Fergal Whiteley. Perfectly timed, textbook from the Dublin centre forward, and now it's Conor Burke. Scored 3 in the first half, and now he's made it 4. What a game this fella's having.
Yeah, and the way Hayes went up the pitch there, it kind of summed up the way Limerick are playing.
Fergal Whiteley lost that. Cathal O'Neill makes space so well, and that was brilliant from Brian Hayes behind him. O'Neill will get another go as he's forced over to the sideline, and he's forced to give the ball away. Sean Curry, open road in front of him. Heatherton is waiting inside. Curry decides to take it on himself, and Curry scores. Cathal O'Neill over towards Garrod Hegarty. He's brilliant in the air, hops up nicely for Aidan O'Connor, and O'Connor scores a beauty.
Great score from Aidan O'Connor there. Just he got in behind Hegarty there. Had a good strike on it between the posts.
The wind is getting up a bit. Limerick have it at their backs, but you wouldn't think so at the moment. Brian Hayes, it ran away from him. Adam English is the tide starting to turn. English punches the air in delight, and Limerick have gone in front. 4 points without reply. They lead in the 51st minute.
Yeah, so trademark of Limerick around that middle third of the pitch, that they get the shots away, they go over the bar.
Now here is Ronan Hayes. Is there another goal-scoring chance in Dublin? Hayes is brilliant at this. He just keeps going and going. Now out to Cian O'Sullivan, can move it on one more. Hegarty, goal! What a stunning strike! They're going to need goals if they're to win this. That seemed almost impossible. It's brilliant from John Heatherton.
Making quiet at absolutely no chance. Another great catch. Here come the Dubs again.
Galan is down on the ground just when you expected Limerick to gain in strength and Dublin to start to wilt. Heatherton puts the hand up again. There's another chance for them. A goal again. Cian O'Sullivan. 2 in the space of a minute. What is happening here? 14-man Dublin lead. 2:18 to 19.
Yeah, Limerick are sleeping walk through this now. Dublin have suddenly found their feet again.
And listen to the atmosphere now.
Well, Dara, it's fair to say it's been no fluke. The scoreboard really does reflect now where they're at in this game.
Adam English. English for Limerick, bearing down on goal. They have a goal-scoring chance. Galan, what a stop! That is unbelievable. It's gone over for a point.
I'm not too sure. His hand is to Hurley on it to tap it over the bar. Inspirational for Sean Brennan down there.
Limerick have got 4 out of the last 5 points in the game. That is Cian O'Sullivan. That was a little tricky, but dealt with. Paddy Smith, Conal O'Rian, and now look at all the space right down the middle for Conor Burke, and he's had one of the games of his career in a Dublin jersey. Cian Lynch gets it, and Limerick are finding gaps. Dublin, of course, have got to take risks and push on. Garrod Hegarty, and Hegarty has scored, and now they're back to within 1. It's just going from one end of the field to the other. Brian Hayes. Is there another goal-scoring chance in Dublin? John Heatherton is in there. Hayes goes for it himself. The reaction of Hill 16 will tell you it's a brilliant point from Brian Hayes. Another one who's played the game of his life today.
He's had some game.
Dublin, when they needed it the most, have got 3 points without reply. We've just over 2 minutes to go. What a sensation this would be, but it's not over by a long way. Here is Adam English. Cathal O'Neill in around the back. Conor Burke goes with him. O'Neill, very difficult, very tight spot. David Reedy. What's Reedy going to do? They're trying to walk it in now. There's still time for them, but they get the point from Peter Casey.
The tight angle, they moved it well. Reedy again, man in the better position.
Kyle Hayes, and there's space now for Peter Casey, right down the middle. Limerick trail by 3. They've lost their 2 big matches in a row, lost the Munster final on penalties. Hegarty took on the shot, that came off McHugh, the ball squirts loose. Paddy Smith, it's a free in.
Yeah, look, a sensible enough thing to do there to try to pull him down.
The Dublin supporters making their voices heard. Dublin lead by 3. Time is almost gone. Stopped on the line, and there's John Heatherton. Remember him playing like a fullback and belting the ball up the field. Kyle Hayes stumbling a couple of times. How much longer will the referee allow here? Adam English for Limerick. It's just hit and hope, and he's put too much into it. He's put the ball over the bar. It's a 2-point game.
Dublin did really well. It was Heatherton who got on the break. It's one thing saving it. You need somebody coming back, and what an impact he's made at both ends of the pitch.
The ball is still in play and the match continues. What a catch that was from Conal O'Rian. And the referee has blown it up, and Dublin have beaten Limerick in the All-Ireland quarter-final. One of the stories of the year. Dublin have beaten Limerick by 224 to to 28 points in a thriller at Croke Park.
No doubt everybody here or watching that on telly was thinking get to 50, 60 minutes and that this thing would level out, and you'd see Limerick that they would clip on their 5, 6, 7 points, whatever it was. I've no doubt that was the expectation, but what's inside in that dressing room is really, really special. And there's lads there that this whole thing means a hell of a lot to them, and we did not falter.
I think it's not about us today, it's about Dublin, their performance. They were clinical, they were accurate in what they did, their energy levels are through the roof, they were superb in terms of their aggression and their ball winning on the ground and in the air, and they deserve their win, and they deserve to be in that semi-final.